conversation with Anant Goenka from RPG. Thank you very much for talking to Moneycontrol. Anant, based on what you've seen here, based on the business sentiment, take us through what 2025 is looking like for your conglomerate across the various businesses that you operate in.
Right. I think what I'm seeing here is that the mood, the one word which everyone is talking about is Trump. I think there's a lot of uncertainty that comes out of that, fragmentation, breakup of supply chains. I think these are some big concerns that are there. The other thing I'm finding here in Davos is a fair amount of realism on AI. For the last 2 years, AI had been the hottest topic. I think now organizations are realizing and feeling that yes, we've started adopting it, but we are not scaling up well enough. So to that extent, I think that's some vulnerability and realism on AI that we are seeing. I think the entire energy transition piece is also something which people are concerned about as to how it will be financed and how will we manage that. So I think these are some elements that are coming out in Davos. I think for the group, the great opportunity lies in the few hotspots in the world. US is doing well. Middle East, Saudi Arabia are looking positive. But I think most positive talk is on India. And I think we are very well positioned to take advantage of that, whether it is in the form of joint ventures, whether it's in the form of bringing manufacturing into India. So to that extent, how do we take advantage of this great opportunity where people are moving away from China, looking at India as an option, and we as a group can capitalize on this opportunity.
Right. So how are you going to deploy capex, keeping in mind these bright spots, these opportunities for the RPG group?
Right. So our capex has been a continuous process over the past few years. Just to give you two examples, one is on CEAT, we have done continuous capex of about 1,000 crores a year in expanding our current facilities. And most recently, we did an M&A of about $200 million. That's an acquisition of a brand called Camso from Michelin Tires. This is a plant based out of Sri Lanka. Customers are in EU and US. And we bought it from a French. So it's fairly diversified globally in that sense. So fair amount of deployment of capex that has happened on CEAT side. KEC, we are looking at continuous expansion of new verticals over time. So we were purely a transmission player at one point. Most recently, we've grown a lot in civil side, railways, oil and gas, renewables. So that's where a fair amount of working capital deployment is happening on KEC. And life science is another business where we are continuously looking at expanding. We are exploring M&A in that space. And for our IT services also, we do about a couple of acquisitions a year. So that's something which we are always out on the hunt for.
Right. In fact, you recently said that, you're looking to double the group's market cap over the next 3 to 5 years through acquisition, expansion of product and services. So the capital for this, it's going to come internally, you're going to raise, how is it going to?
Right. Yes. So capital will mostly come in through debt and internal accruals. What we want to do is make sure that we are very efficiently run. We have great stories in our group for growth where we can capitalize on the 4 or 5 key tailwinds that we are seeing. For example, the India growth story, India manufacturing for the world, use of technology and AI in our businesses, and being a part of the climate change story. So I think these are 4 mega trends that are happening, and we would like to incorporate some of this in our group. So I was sharing with you, for example, life sciences. There is a China plus one shift towards API. So how do we become that source of supply of products? Same thing on tire manufacturing. Our cost of manufacturing is far lower, and the products we are making are great. So to that extent, there are enough opportunities that are there. We just need to capitalize on that.
Right. Final question, any expectations from the budget?
I think from the budget, it would be great to see some amount of simplification of tax, which would hopefully spur some amount of consumption. We are finding private investment can be better. So with some further consumption and capacity utilization being better, I think that is something which is good for the economy and good for business. I think the other thing is just continuity. We have seen great continuity over the last 7-8 years over the various budgets. So we don't want any surprises, and it's been fairly positive over the past few years. If we just continue on that trend, that would be good.
Great. Thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.